Good morning, witches. I am Nova Nightshade. I am your professor for this series. We're going to embark on something that I would like to call Witchcraft 100. If you have followed me from my TikTok account, Witchcraft 100 addresses the lessons for an even more basic audience than Witchcraft 101 videos. I have determined by chatting with people in the community that there is a need for an even simpler course of study because there are people who truly have not learned the baseline, and all that they have available to them is Witchcraft 100 videos, which may be covering things that we haven't even contemplated yet, and therefore a lot of people are feeling pretty left out, even at the 101 level. So this course will be tailored directly for those in mind, and if it seems far too simple for your grasp of study, then it's not for you. I will have an advanced course a little later on that is going to be basically the stuff that I am learning currently, and as I said, I can only teach insofar as I have learned, and that advanced study will be covering most of the techniques that I am focusing on right now. So, saying that, we're going to have a 100 course and we're going to have an advanced course, and right now I don't plan on working with the 101s or the so-called intermediates, which would be a few years into study, just because that's where I see the most lack, especially on YouTube, is that we have 101s and a lot of information on 101 stuff, and then we have intermediate stuff, which could be considered 101s for someone that has been learning the 101s for as long as they have. But this was specifically brought to my attention by someone who had mentioned that they did not know about Moonwater, about Wheel of the Year, about visualizing stuff, and particularly that they found it very hard to visualize at all. And I used to be that person. I was not able to meditate for many, many, many years because I just couldn't get my brain to shut up, and there's like a lot of reasons for that. But we are going to focus on rituals and other things that don't have to do with visualization, and a lot of people stop trying to do workings because of the roadblock of visualization. I don't want anybody to feel left out because they don't have my brain, I guess, and my maladaptive daydreaming, etc., and the visualization literally never stops. So we're going to be talking about a lot of vocabulary, a lot of very beginner stuff that is not oriented around Wicca, because I am so exhausted by everything being oriented around Wicca, which is a bunch of stolen practices anyway. So this course is designed to set the record straight on a lot of that stuff, and I would love suggestions if people have questions and would like me to cover some of that stuff on here. I came from TikTok, where I was doing this Witchcraft 100 series, but as you know, TikTok is probably going to die in the next 2 weeks, and so I'm just moving over here a little preemptively, which I needed to do anyway. So I may be going over some of the old stuff that I used to teach 5 or 6 years ago now. New year, new me. But we're going to primarily focus on the very basics, and then the more advanced course will come later when I have the time and spoons to do so. But hopefully this will keep me a little bit honest in creating content, because I really do enjoy creating content, and it has been a long time coming. New house, new life, and I'm sure we'll get into that at another point when I can just ramble about what has gone on and happened to me. But this is the intro video for that course. And I'm going to port over some of my information from TikTok that I have done, really, really basic stuff. I'm not going to focus so much on the entire history background of most of these rituals, and it's going to be a very straightforward how-to, like instructionary type, rather than the entire history of why this stuff works. You can do your own research in that. I suppose if there's enough need for it or requests for it, then I can start to do some of that historical stuff. But for the most part, the research is going to be left up to you. I'm just going to deliver rituals and things that work right away, as I said, especially without visualization. So anyhow, this is the introduction to our Witchcraft 100 series. Welcome, everyone. If you know me from TikTok, then great, grand. You already have a little bit of an idea about the stuff that we're going to cover. And I am really very happy that you're here. Anyhow, I will see you in the next video, and let's learn.